Hi, and welcome to another episode of Creative Tech Talks. I'm Stephen Buchanan, a creative technologist, and I'm here to share some of my favorite tools, libraries, and techniques for doing creative work using technology. This next series is all about a library called PixiJS, which is a GPU-accelerated 2D graphics library for the web. It was originally made to facilitate online game development, but it's got applications for making all kinds of sophisticated graphics for any browser-based project. But in my job, I don't even make straight-up websites. I'm a creative technologist, and I mostly make installations, so why am I talking about web development stuff all the time? Well, let's take a look at a few examples of some projects that I've delivered using PixiJS extensively. First up, it's a game. Not so strange, that's what PixiJS was made for, right? But just look at this thing. It's not exactly a conventional gaming device. It's got six PCs doing Kinect body tracking, a 3-channel audio system, and a pixel addressable LED lighting system inside. It doesn't look anything like a website, right? But there is in fact a 7th PC running the Chromium web browser full screen. That's what's generating all the sound effects and the animations across one big canvas that gets split up by hardware into the various LED panels. And PixiJS is being used to make all of this possible. Another example of PixiJS in action. Okay, this doesn't look like a website at all. I know what you're thinking, it's the stuff on those screens. Well, actually yes, those are web pages too, but there's no PixiJS there. It's actually the colors on the wall behind the screens where PixiJS is being used. It's not even a screen. It's a bunch of LED strips with some pixel mapping. But this is running in the browser, and the blurry, colorful particle system is being drawn using PixiJS. Yeah, okay, this is a website. The automatic transition effects are generated dynamically using PixiJS and some GLSL shader code. PixiJS makes working with shaders really simple, which is great because shaders can be complicated enough. The graphics and video on these screens are web pages too. We've got some overclocked and very well cooled Raspberry Pi 4s hooked up to each screen. The PixiJS transition effects were borrowed from the website prototype I showed just before. This installation uses 20 Garmin LiDAR rangefinders and 20 ESP32 microcontrollers to allow physical control of the content by moving the sliding racks around. It just goes to show a web browser can use very unconventional input methods if you're prepared to do a little bit of work with WebSockets. And here we've got another game. Obviously PixiJS is perfect for this kind of thing since it does animated sprites as well as vector drawing really easily. Again, this is just a full screen browser window that happens to span a 4x5 meter floor projection. And this time we've got a few 2D LiDAR sensors used for tracking multiple players on the floor and ultimately using WebSockets to pipe the data back into the browser. This is definitely not a game, but once again, PixiJS is doing all the flowy, blurry aura graphics, both on the projectors and the iPads. That's the great thing about web-based graphics. The same code is usable on a mobile device, a Mac Mini, a Linux workstation, or a little Raspberry Pi. Okay, I think you get the idea. There's lots of ways to incorporate web graphics into all kinds of projects that don't even look anything like websites. And I found that PixiJS makes it especially easy to manage lots of image assets, apply filters, layer and blend things nicely, and animate everything super smoothly. And did you notice that I didn't need any 3D graphics at all? Frameworks like Three.js tend to get all the attention when it comes to web graphics, but so often what you really need is a powerful library to help you work with 2D elements in a sophisticated way, and that's what PixiJS is perfect for. So next time you need to get something on the screen, consider the web browser and consider PixiJS. In the next video, I'll show you how to get started with PixiJS with some practical examples.